Hi everyone, welcome to HTML Bootcamp session 10. Today we are going to discuss about HTML links. So what do you mean by a link? So basically link, it is a connection from one web resource to another. A link will always have two ends, an anchor and a direction. The link start at the source and then point to a destination. So if we talk about something like, we'll say it will have an anchor which is known as, we can say, a source, and then it will have a destination. It means like where this particular anchor is referencing. So I can put any URL or any other page here. So generally when we talk about HTML links, those almost most of the time those things will be hyperlink. You can click on a link and jump to another document, or if you move the mouse over a link, the mouse arrow will turn into a little hand. A link does not have to be text, it can be an image, or it could be any kind of HTML element. So let's see how it actually work. So let me remove all this thing. Okay, now we are just going to create a simple HTML link. So I will just write h2 and I will write click on below link to access the LeanX website. Okay, now I'm using a tag known as A, which is known as anchor. Under anchor there will be a reference which you want to point it out. So for an example, if I want to go to any website, so I will just go to my website. Let me write this website name. There is nothing here right now. Save it, and I will write here the LeanX. Control C. So A, anchor. So what we have discussed, what does A mean? It means a source. It is an anchor, and it points to a destination with the help of reference. So it is a source which is pointing that you should go here. Now let's see where it should go. So click on below link to access the LeanX website. It's coming because of this header to text. Then ahref, that is anchor reference. This particular thing is not visible here, but whatever text I'm writing in between anchor, it's getting visible here. And if I go here and click on this particular thing, can you see I have visited to this particular website. So this is how HTML link work. There are different properties of HTML link also. So if I say a link title should be there, so it means like whenever I'm keeping my mouse here, it should say me that click on this particular link to visit the website. So for that particular thing, what we should do, there is a property which we have seen in earlier video, but we have not discussed it in detail. There is a property called title, and I can write here click on the link to visit website. Now let's open in a browser, and can you see here, before clicking, like there is something which is getting displayed. Click on the link to visit website. From where it is coming, it's coming from this property title attribute which have some value. What is the value? This particular value. So this is how the HTML link title work. A title attribute specify extra information about an element. The information is most often shown as a tooltip text when the mouse moves over the element. Okay. Now we talk about bookmark. So what does a bookmark mean? So if I write something called, let me write something, chapter 1, I can write, I'm writing here h2 tag, and then I'm writing here chapter 1. Then I can create few more chapters. Okay, so this is chapter 1, this is chapter 2, this is chapter 3, this is chapter 4, this is chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 8. And every chapter can have a paragraph. So I can write something like, let's take something from any website. Let's take this particular thing. Heading, then it's paragraph, then again some heading, then it's paragraph, then chapter 4, then something is written in chapter 4, chapter 5, something is written in chapter 5, chapter 6, something is written in chapter 6, chapter 7, something is written in chapter 7, and chapter 8, something is written in chapter number 8. Now let's see what's happening here. So chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever is coming. Now what does a bookmark means? So generally you have seen some kind of PDF file that whenever you click a particular file, it will just, I will just give you an example, like let's go to the Google Drive, let's open some kind of book. Okay, so this is particular bookmark, and generally what happen, if I click on this particular chapter, it will directly navigate me to a particular 3.3 chapter. If I click on this particular thing, so it will directly take me to 141 page number. I don't know, we should have some kind of example here. So if I click here, it will take me to here. If I'm clicking here, it's taking me to here. So this is kind of bookmark conclusion, so it's taking me to the conclusion. So same thing we are trying to build here. So as of now, we have different chapter, and different chapter have some kind of information. Now we'll try to create some bookmark here. And how we can create bookmark? We can create bookmark with the help of, again, HTML link. So under body we can write few things. So if I'm writing paragraph, then I'm writing href, and then what I need to do, I am writing here jump to chapter 1. or if I say jump to chapter 7 directly, but will it jump? Let's see, open in browser, jump to chapter 7. What is happening? Nothing is happening. Why nothing is happening? Because there is no link between this particular reference and this particular chapter 7 reference. Then how you can achieve it? You can achieve it with the help of id. So what I have told you, we can give an id to particular tag, and I can write here chapter 7 c7. Then this id I can link to this particular href. So I can write here c7, control save. Let's refresh the page. Can you see anywhere chapter 7 is there? No. If I click here, then can you see chapter 7 is key. It has pointed to chapter 7. So this is how it works. This is how we can create a bookmark. If I say chapter 8, if I write here chapter 8 and I'm just writing something like id equal to chapter 8. This should be chapter 8. It's pointing to chapter 8 because the lines are not too big, so this is the reason like you're unable to see it. But let me show you again. Move to chapter 8. Okay, how you can do that? You can create some br tag, control C, let's see if it's working. Yeah, it's working. Let's put some more tag here. Because the space was too little and you were not able to see whether it's actually going to chapter 8 or not. Now we have much space, and if I say jump to chapter 8, it will jump to chapter number 8. I hope now it's pretty clear to you. So we have given an id to a particular chapter. That id we have linked with a reference or an anchor tag and given a reference, and then it generally worked as a bookmark. Now let's remove each and everything. I know that you might have heard about, like there is a link and it generally triggered to an email address. So let me write HTML title email under body I'm giving a h2 reference tag. Please send your feedback to below email address. Please send your feedback to below email address, whatever you can write. And then I'm giving an anchor tag, and here I can write mail to. So I can write my company mail address or whatever, the LeanX @gmail.com, and I can write here send feedback. So this is my company email address and how in the browser it will look like. So anywhere it will be written here, and it will say that please send your feedback, and as soon as I will click this particular button, then Outlook or whatever the mail you are using, it will get open, and then you can see that your email ID is coming and you are sending your feedback to this particular email address. So I hope now you know how HTML link to email address work. Okay, if you want to create a downloaded link in HTML, so for an example, if I want to download a PDF, So I can write here, if I believe I should have some kind of PDF in my folder. I have a cover letter, so I can write here cover letter dot PDF, and then I can write download cover letter. Let's see how it's going to work. So there is a download which came from H2 tag. Then there is a download sample cover letter. If I click here, you can see, I believe, a PDF is getting generated, and there is a cover letter, and I can download it. There is a download option. So this is how you can create a download link in HTML. Now there is a target element, which, or I can say, a target attribute. So whenever you are writing something, so this time what's happening, if I am removing each and everything, open in browser, anything whatever I am clicking, it's getting open in this particular same web browser. Open in browser, it's opening in same tab. Now I don't want to open it in same tab, I want to open it in another tab. So what I can do, I can use an attribute called target, and the target as an attribute blank, and let's see now how it's work. Open in browser, if I will click here, it should open into a new tab. Can you see, it's open into a new tab. So target attribute is used to specify the location where the link document is open or a link website is open. There are various options. Target attribute also do have different kind of values, but for this particular session I have shown you a blank value, or this particular property where any document or any link will open it into another tab. You can also change the color of HTML link, that's also possible. So if let me see, open in browser, it's showing in blue color. We can change this particular color. So for changing color, I hope now you know like what need to be done. There are different things which you can do. So again, under head you have to write which tag, style tag. We have seen this in earlier video where we have discussed about CSS, and then you can mention here that what should be the color. So what I want, that whenever open in browser, whenever I am clicking, whenever my cursor is coming here, it should, this particular color should be red. So what I should do, then there is a property or CSS property, so anchor, and then there is a property called hover effect, and then I can write like color should be red. So first let me see whether it's happening or not. Yeah, you can see from blue, if my cursor is going, the color is changing to red. So that's known as hover effect. You can also click like as soon as this link is active, if it, the color should be yellow. So if I write anchor tag active, and then I'm writing color as yellow, so it's red, where as soon as I will click it will become yellow. Can you see, now it become yellow. So this is how it work. So this is all from my side related to HTML link. Let's revise what we have learned so far. So we have talked about HTML link. Its syntax: A stand for anchor, and then it gives its destination, source, and then destination. We have seen how we can link, or how we can access different link with this particular HTML link. We have also seen a title link. So whenever we are going and just moving our mouse on this particular link, something is get written here in the form of some title. Then we have seen how to create a bookmark. So if I am clicking on chapter number 2, then a chapter number 2 will come. If I am clicking chapter 5, chapter 5 will come. Then we have seen how to link an email address. So as soon as I am clicking this particular button, your Outlook will get open and directly my email address will be seen here. Then you can create a downloaded link. I have opened a PDF, and then you can download it. Then you have seen a target attribute where it open something in a new tab. Then we have seen how we can change the link colors. We have seen hover effect, we have seen active effect. And this is all from my side related to HTML link. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and if you have any doubt, please reach out to me. Everything will be mentioned in the description. Till that time, thank you so much. Keep learning, keep sharing.